Have you ever watched House or the BBC TV show Sherlock? Shows that have characters that have unbelievable knowledge pertaining to whatever the hell the writers or story need them to have in that instance. That way, it's really easy for the writers to essentially write themselves out of any holes and be as uncreative as possible. Well, if I have one critique of this show, it's that it has a very similar format, except because this is a unique setting. Spur-of-the-moment realizations don't come as often as they do in those other shows. They often are built up and pre-established and genuinely feel well-deserved when they come to it. While in these other shows, the subject that they're talking about is so complicated that the average Joe can't really fully grasp what is exactly going on. It feels like a one-sided conversation in which you don't have agency with it. However, because the setting is so unique and traditional in this story, I actually find myself coming to the same conclusion as the main character at times. Not all the time, because if it was really predictable, then there's no surprise. It's a really good median between the two types of storytelling. It doesn't speed foon you anything, and some shenanigans do get pulled out of the hat. But for the majority of the time, things are pre-established or at the very, very least hinted at. This is a massive improvement than it being lupus every single time.
Lupus is lupus.
Not to mention that the main character actually has a relatable character. Because to be honest, a guy hooked on go-go juice because of his bad leg, or a guy who's sipping tea in his mind palace, aren't exactly the most relatable characters. This is just someone set in an ancient setting who is somewhat educated. That's it. It's simplistic, it's refreshing, but that is only the first season.